Let's learn how to change your car's oil. Even though the car in this video will probably be different from yours, these instructions should apply to about 95% of vehicles on the road today. Let's start off with what you're going to need, and everything that I mention is going to be in the description of the video with a link of where to find it. You're going to need a socket ratchet or wrench. You're going to need a Phillips head and flathead screwdriver, and you're also going to need some type of an oil filter wrench. You're going to need an oil pan drain bolt washer, as seen here. You're going to need a brand new oil filter, and the best way to make sure that you get the right one is to go to any local auto parts store and give them your vehicle's make, model, and year, and they'll get you the right one. You're going to need something like this to catch the old oil that's going to be draining from your car's oil pan. You're going to need some brand new oil. It's very important to put the correct type of oil into your vehicle, which I'll explain how to make sure that you do later. Now that you have everything that you need, you're going to have to get access to underneath your vehicle, and in my opinion, the safest way to do this is to get some type of vehicle ramps, as seen here. There's a lot of great YouTube videos showing how to properly use these ramps or other forms of safely getting underneath your vehicle, which I'll link in the description. The first thing that we're going to do is remove this car's splash shield. Now, not every single vehicle has a splash shield, but most will. And you're going to have to remove it to get to the oil filter and the oil drain bolt pan. Now I'm going to grab my Phillips head screwdriver, which I'm going to use to remove the screws so that I can take off the splash shield. Your splash shield may require a flathead screwdriver. Either way, grab the proper tool, take off the screws or clips, and take off the splash shield. Now that your splash shield is removed, the first thing that we're going to focus on is the oil filter. But before we really start dealing with old or new oil, I would highly recommend getting yourself a nice pair of gloves. Now you need to find your car's oil filter, and it should look something just like this. Once you find it, now you're going to get that oil filter wrench, which you're going to use to get a nice grip on it and loosen the oil filter. Just like anything else, you're going to follow lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, and you're only going to use that oil filter wrench to get it loose. Once you have it loose, I would recommend taking it off with your hand. The oil is not going to start coming out of the oil filter until it starts to get really loose. So you want to grab whatever you're going to use to catch that old oil and make sure that it's underneath your oil filter before you start to get it loose with your hand, just like this. Once the oil starts coming out, I would recommend letting it drain for about 5 seconds before you take the oil filter completely off to stop any major splashing. So now take that old oil filter completely off and set it to the side. You won't need it again. Now that your old oil filter is completely off, we're going to be focused on the oil pan drain bolt, which should look something just like this. Once you found that drain bolt, you're going to have to get the correct size wrench or socket wrench. I've got mine right here, and it's a 17 millimeter. With the correct size wrench or socket wrench, you're going to loosen up that oil pan drain bolt. So put your wrench on there just like this, and once it's on there, you're going to have to give it somewhat of a hard pop with your hand. Now, obviously, if you have a socket wrench, it's going to be a little bit easier, but with just a wrench like this, you're going to want to pop it with your hand, kind of like I'm doing, and that should loosen it up. Now that you have that oil pan drain bolt loose, you can take it off the rest of the way with your hand, just like I'm doing here. But before you take it completely off, make sure that whatever you're using to catch that old oil is underneath and in front of that oil pan drain bolt, because that old oil is going to shoot out just like you're about to see here. Now, make sure not to lose that oil pan drain bolt. Just put it off to the side like I'm doing here. Okay, so now you have that old oil draining, and you're just going to want to let it drain. I would recommend at minimum let it drain for 5 minutes. Preferably somewhere around 10 minutes should be enough for it all to drain out. While you let that old oil drain, what you want to do is clean up your oil filter area before you reinstall your new oil filter, just like I'm doing here. You want to make sure that nothing's stuck up there. You don't want any dirt up there because you want your new oil filter to have a nice solid seal. Also, before you install your new oil filter, you want to get some fresh oil on your fingertip, just like this, and lube up that oil filter's gasket, just like I'm going to do here. This is going to allow for a solid seal when you install that new oil filter, which is very important. Now you're going to take your new oil filter and you're going to install it. So you're going to do this with your hand, just like you're seeing here. You just tighten it up as tight as it's going to go with your hand. You do not need to use a tool to tighten the oil filter. Just get it as tight as you can with your hand. That will be perfectly fine for a solid seal. Okay, now we're going to have to reinstall that oil pan drain bolt. And before we reinstall it, we want to replace the washer. You see that little ring? That's what's called a washer, and you're going to want to take off the old one and put a new one on there. So let's take off that old one, and you can just discard this. You won't need it again. Get yourself that new washer and put it on your oil pan drain bolt. And you want to start the drain bolt with your hand. Get it as tight as it'll go with your hand, and then you want to grab that wrench or socket wrench, the same one that you use to get it loose, you're going to use to tighten it. And you don't want to over tighten the drain bolt. Just one solid tug will be good enough. Next, you want to make sure to clean up any old oil that's left on the bottom of the engine bay or anywhere around the oil filter. You don't want any of this old oil to leak on your driveway or make you think that you have an oil leak when you really don't. And you always want to do a quick double check that both your oil filter and oil pan drain bolt is tight. These are good to go. Now it's time to reinstall that splash shield, and basically you're going to put it on the same way that it came off. So grab those screws or bolts, whatever you used, and the proper tool, and reinstall that splash shield. Make sure that it's up there nice and securely. Okay, we're back up top, and now it's time to put the new oil in our car's engine. If you're unsure what type of oil your car takes, I would recommend looking at the oil cap. You see here, it shows OW20 is the proper type of oil. And if it does not say anything on your oil cap, I would recommend looking it up online. But it's very important that you use the correct type of oil. Now you're going to grab a funnel, put it in your engine so that you can properly pour in your new oil. Now I actually have access to an oil pump. So while I pump my new oil, I'm going to explain something else that's very important. So not only is it important to put the correct type of oil, but it's also very important to put the correct amount of oil into your car's engine. And the best way that I would recommend figuring out how much oil goes into your car's engine is by doing a simple Google search, and that should give you the correct amount for your specific car. So once you have the correct amount of oil into your engine, you want to reinstall that oil cap. This is very important. If you don't reinstall the oil cap, you're going to have a major oil leak. Now, another way to make sure that you have the correct amount of oil into your engine is to check your car's dipstick, just like I'm doing here. You pull it right out of your engine and you clean it off. And then you're going to want to stick it back into the engine and pull it back out. And when you look at it, you want to make sure that the oil is actually above the top line, because when you start the vehicle, some of that new oil is going to shoot into your oil filter. So that level is going to drop just a little bit. So if you check your dipstick and the oil level looks to be a little bit above that top dot, you should be right on the money. Congratulations, you've successfully changed your car's oil. Now you're probably going to have to reset that oil light that's showing on your car's dashboard. And to properly do this, I would recommend looking up a YouTube video specifically for your car. If you don't know how to do it, I'm sure there's one out there. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, comment with any questions, and have a great day.